All right. I want to share something now. While I was meditating, something came very strongly to me, and I want to share that. All right, and it has to do with this scripture. Many of us may have looked at it, and it says, and sometimes just gloss over it without us, we may not understand really what the scripture is saying, but we keep quoting it. And one of the things Christians are good at is saying things that make no meaning to their inner consciousness, provided what they are saying is scriptural, all right, and what they are also saying is correct, is the right thing to say, even if they don't understand it. All right, and what I want to talk about is the scripture that says, let us come up to the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in a time of need. Now, what does it mean for you to obtain mercy? Okay, and you must understand in life, we know this from the book of Romans, that is not of him that runneth or of him that willeth, but is of God that showeth mercy. Okay, so let me leave it that way. So what do you mean by when you say is you obtain mercy? Now, that word or that term, throne of grace, is actually in Greek, that grace used there really is gratitude. So it says, let us come up to the throne of gratitude that we may obtain mercy. And when a person obtains mercy, it's only by the mercy of God that certain things have happened in scripture. You can trace it. Okay? For example, it was through the mercy of God that when Abraham sent out his servant to find a wife for Isaac, the scripture tells us that while he was at the well, she appeared, and the first person that came out fulfilled those conditions. It looked like divine coincidence, but it was just on point. He went out searching for something, and it was just, and now it says, God showed mercy unto my servant. You can go through scriptures and find acts of mercy. One of the major things about mercy is that it causes a person to see. In other words, it's by the mercy of God, you see opportunities that are all around you that other people will not, have seen. But it says, let us come up to the throne of grace, of gratitude that we may obtain mercy. And then we find a necessary grace to help in a time of need, which means the person who has obtained mercy there will find help in that time of need. So we can almost infer, and I don't mean this in a way to hurt people, but you can infer that if a person did not find grace to help in that time of need, they didn't find supernatural help in a time of need, which is a period where they needed a response from God, you could say it's because they didn't obtain mercy. And you could say that it's because they didn't come up to the throne of grace. And what do we mean by that? They didn't come up to the throne with gratitude in their hearts to God. So it all starts by this. Let me just say this here as I bring this to an end. Nobody who murmurs or complains about the condition of their lives will ever obtain mercy. Let me repeat that. Because mercy is found in the throne of gratitude or the throne of grace. Now you'll understand what Jonah therefore said here. You can pray about something, but you may not obtain mercy there. You can understand what Jonah said when he said that they that observe lying vanities, in Jonah 2:8, it says, forsake their own mercy. That means there's a mercy that God had prepared for people or for the person in that situation, but because they observed lying vanities there, they looked on the outside, and those are lying vanities all around. They forsook. That means they abandoned the mercy of God. Just like Isaiah 49 tells us, it says, God says, sing, and they said, how can we sing when the Lord has forsaken me? So they judged God by what was going on presently within their lives. But what did Jonah say? He said, they that observe lying vanities shall forsake their own mercy. But I will sacrifice with a voice of thanksgiving, and I will pay that which I have vowed. So you can see Jonah doing exactly that same thing, coming up to the throne of gratitude. And he found mercy. And when you obtain mercy, grace, that shows that this person has obtained mercy. There's a supply of supernatural help in the time of need within that person. Within the frame time that they need help, the help came through to them within their lives. That supernatural help is an effect of the grace of God. So you find a person who goes through something and you just find help and supernatural help coming. It could be through the hands of men. They have obtained, all right, grace. They have obtained mercy. It's because they have obtained mercy, so they find grace in a time of need. And the key to that mercy here is to have a heart of gratitude. So what am I saying this afternoon quickly here is that, look, no matter what you're going through in life, always approach God with a heart of gratitude. That's why Paul, when he was talking about prayer, he says, offer your prayer with and supplication with thanksgiving, or else you're not going to find mercy. All right, have a heart of gratitude. You may have 4 things you can look at that will make you murmur, but there are a million things that are going on in your life that you'll not even be in a position to murmur if you are not a beneficiary of God's mercy. You can complain about things that you have no job, but even if you have no health, you will not be in a position to say, I have no work. You'll be focused on your health. You can say that, sickness wipes away labor. Condition in the body can destroy an inheritance. The woman with the issue of blood spent all that she had, everything, but her condition grew worse. And when you don't have gratitude for the things that are present in your life, then you don't find, and you murmur, you don't find the grace. There will always, at every given point in your life, be something you can murmur about on the outside. There will be always something that you can judge and say, God, you didn't come, it looks like things are not working for me in this area. But always come up to the throne, because it's a throne of gratitude. And when you come with gratitude, you will obtain the mercy of God. That's the key. And when you obtain mercy, that means the person found grace to help in that particular time of need. I said I share that with you here. All right. Hope you were blessed by that. I should do that this afternoon. Just some meditation I had. So it gives a good explanation of the scripture. Let us come up to the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in a time of need. Be a person of gratitude continuously.